Hello Barangay RBTV, long time no see, long time no upload. Alam nyo, yesterday, one of my old paintings went viral after I uploaded it on my social media accounts. At hanggang ngayon, ang dami pa rin nagtatanong sa akin tungkol sa painting na yon. Kaya naisip ko, gumawa na lang ng vlog and hopefully masagot natin lahat ng mga tanong. Okay, so a couple of days ago, some really strange videos started popping up on social media. First, there was an ostrich. Tumatakbo siya sa palabas ng village and then sinara ng guard yung barrier. And then the ostrich just turns around. And to me, that was bizarre. First of all, an ostrich in the streets, and it looked like it's here in the Philippines. Pinakinggan ko yung audio dito nga kasi may commentator pa.
Hindi ka pwede lang ang gate pass.
That's a goose, bro.
May play-by-play account pa. So many things have been happening in 2020 that sometimes you just say to yourself, you know, what's next? So definitely, that was par for the course when I saw that. And then I saw another video. Apparently, there are two birds. There were two ostriches. Google na nga natin. Ostriches. So there were two ostriches, apparently, and they were able to catch one, and they were trying to catch the other. I was getting ready for bed, and finally I had time to catch up on social media. And things got even more bizarre. The thing that I was running after or just running behind the ostrich, one of the ostriches, akala ko aso, hinahabol yung ostrich, which is already bizarre, right? Ano yun? Friend niya ba yung ostrich? Or kung saan man sila galing? O aso lang siya sa kalsada at hinahabol niya yung ibon na takot sa kanya? Like, I didn't know what to think of that. Plot twist, hindi pala aso yun. Goat pala yun. Yun yung nakita ko sa feed ko nung patulog na ako the other night. And then bigla ko lang naalala na, teka muna, parang sabi ko, oh shit, meron pala akong painting nga pala ng ostrich running around the city. I never really shared it. I only shared it probably once nung Multiply Days, which was around the time I painted that. And I think yung title ko nun was Ostrich. If you've been following me, you would know that I like to paint once in a while. There will be stretches where I'm really into painting. So I would probably paint 3 or 4 pieces and then I'd stop. For today, let's talk about the ostrich painting. Around 2005, I went to New York. It was the time I saw U2 for the first time. And it was also the time I met the guys from Witus, and I was able to jam with them. We've become friends since that time. Dito pa yung U2 t-shirt ko from the tour. Yeah, so this is the shirt that I got from 2005. U2, Madison Square Garden, Vertigo. Oh, you know. Yung mga buildings din. Yeah, this is where I was, and it's very obvious that my influence for the buildings in my painting. I went to the Friday show, actually 7 or 14. Basta Friday ako pumunta. I went to the Friday one. How to find out which one? It's the one where they played Sgt. Pepper's, when they inserted Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band in A Beautiful Day in the last chorus. I read from fan forums that they don't always do that. It might have been the first time they did that. I'm trying to look for the U2 tickets. Can't seem to find them. Oh, hey, but I've been looking for this. Ganun talaga eh, no? Yung hindi mo hinahanap, yun yung mahahanap mo. Not there. U2 tickets. No. Yeah, it's gone. Mahulog pa ako dito. Okay, I'm not sure where it is. Sayang. And on that trip, I ended up buying a tiny canvas sketchbook, which was very handy because it meant that I could paint wherever I was. I had a basic set of paint and brushes. Try lang natin hanapin yung parang canvas pad. So, ito yung art room. Dito yung mga materials ko. Ito yung mga sketches ko. Some sketches. Way back 2007 Germany. This one I left over my oh no, nanilaw na yung papel. Anyone watching? I want to know why this happened. I must have sprayed spray net on this, supposedly to preserve the paintings. But look what happened. Sayang. Who wants to buy this? More cups from Germany, and this is Yosh, who was teaching me how to draw. This is a sketch from my last few months with River Maya, domestic airport. Sound check in Bacolod. This is our Remy Field, one of my last out-of-town shows with River Maya. Stay in the van and sketch. Hinahanap ko yung pad kung saan ko yung Ostrich. Ito yun. This is the, what do you call this? Canvas pad. Parang pad lang siya na maliit. Tapos dinadala ko siya. Diyan ako nagpipinta. It's 19 by 25 centimeter painting. So the ostrich painting is actually kind of small. And this ostrich painting was one of those paintings from that time. It's very obvious to me that the buildings in the painting evoke New York City, one of my favorite cities in the world. And I got a lot of questions like, why did I think of painting an ostrich? Honestly, I don't remember my thought process anymore. It is quite possible that I was heavily influenced then by Magritte. Ito naman yung Magritte. So, one of my favorite painters of all time, if not my absolute favorite. So you can see yung style niya, may makita ko sa inyo para maintindihan mo yung inspiration ko. guess yung nangyari naman sa atin from mystery naging reality. 2020. It was really a phase where I was more into conceptual. Also, the painting is painted from imagination. There was no actual street. I must have used some references for the ostrich because the proportions seem correct. The interesting thing is, I almost forgot about that painting. It's in a small pile of paintings from that time where I was just experimenting with different styles. And I'm not particularly proud of these paintings, so I would always just put them behind my other paintings. Usually nakatago lang sila sa likod ng mga paintings. These aren't mine, okay? These aren't my paintings. Sa likod na ito mga to, dyan yung mga paintings ko. Hindi ko masyado type. This one I like, actually. I didn't even frame them. When I posted that, it was just, I thought it was just funny. And then I was surprised at the reaction of people. Most of the comments were saying how it was prophetic and how I could see the future, or that I'm a time traveler, stuff like that. But to be honest, I wasn't really looking into the future. I was actually trying to paint something that I felt would never happen. So when it went viral, within a few minutes after posting it, it was shared so many times and reposted and retweeted, and some news outfits even felt it was newsworthy, which is really strange. I mean, I wish my other paintings had the same mileage, especially the ones that I worked much harder on. So ngayon na sikat na siya, imbis na nakatambak na lang siya sa pile ng mga painting ko, nilagay ko na siya sa isang frame. Na-promote na siya. May nagsabi nga, tumaas na yung value ng painting na yun. So that's it. I don't really know how to feel about things. These are really, really strange times. So on the one hand, I'm a little bummed that my surrealism has become diluted by current events. But on the other hand, I'm just thankful I did not paint a T-Rex.